evening, and thank you for joining us for our second season of the Faces Show presented by Fayette County Public Schools and the 16th District PTA. As we grow into an even stronger community, it is most important that our families and our community engage together and support each other.
The Face It platform allows us to virtually have real talk, build real relationships, and allow real ways for us to express what we're feeling, exert our energy in a positive way, and be solution-driven in our approach to whatever we are facing together in our communities. I'm Sharika Smith. I work in the Department of Student Support for FCPS.
And I am Melody Westerfield, the FACE, the Family and Community Engagement Coordinator at William Willis Brown Elementary School. And this week, our show is Facing It with our superintendent, who is with us today as our special guest. And I'm going to allow him to intro himself. Go ahead, Dr. Liggins.
Well, hello, I'm Demetrius Liggins. I'm the superintendent of Fayette County Public Schools. I've been here a little over, I don't think I've even made 2 months yet. So I'm still in my initial first few days. So I'm excited to be your guest today. Thank you so much.
No problem. So Sharika is going to get us off to our first questions.
Absolutely. We're so excited that you joined us this evening. Thank you so much for taking the time. So let's get right to it. We want to help our families get to know you as our superintendent, but also as a member of our community. What would you like to share with us about yourself and your journey about becoming the FCPS superintendent?
Well, I've been an educator my entire professional life. I actually started my career as a classroom teacher, and I always consider myself to be a teacher in general, regardless of what role I have. And I'm really passionate about education, and it's more than my job. I consider it my calling. And a lot of my enjoyable things I enjoy to do and my downtime really evolves around education in a lot of ways. I love to go out and see our students' performances or their games and things of that sort. I'm sort of a people person, so I just love being around people and really enjoying the company of others. So that's kind of who I am. So I plan on really jumping in with both feet and really getting involved in the community in many, many ways.
Yeah, thank you for that. That's good to know. So now that you're here, like you said, for your first couple of days, first 2 months rather, should I say, what have you noticed to be the strengths of this district?
Well, this district has several strengths, actually. One is the support of the community. The community embraces our school district. They're obviously very committed to the success of our students and our staff, and they're willing to support us in the tough times and the times that aren't as tough as we're going through right now. So that's extremely exciting to see, and I can appreciate that we have that support, especially as we're experiencing this current pandemic. Also, there's some amazing programs and opportunities for our students that are just really unheard of in a lot of places in a public school system. So to provide the many opportunities that our students have to choose from and options to really personalize their learning experience has been amazing, and that is definitely a strength of Fayette County Public Schools, and I'm excited to join the team and be a part of that.
Thank you. All right, so as a school district and a community, we, just like you said a second ago, we are dealing with a lot of tough decisions during these uncertain times. Can you share with families just a little bit about your process in decision making?
Well, these are definitely unprecedented times, and the rules that normally would apply don't necessarily apply now. So we're all going through this together for the first time, so to speak. And so usually my decision-making process may differ a little bit than it does now. Now it's very much, especially as the new superintendent in our community and our schools, I want to make sure that I get some historical data. I want to make sure that I understand and avoid some pitfalls and things of that sort, and make sure that we are being as accommodating to our families and students and staff as necessary. So it's really been a very collective type of decision-making process. I ask a lot of questions, do a lot of listening, and then ultimately make the decision, whether it's an easy one or a tough one, make the decision that's going to be in the best interest of our students, and leave it there. And as long as I know it's been made with the intent of making sure our students' well-being is put first, I can sleep at night and I'm comfortable with the decisions I've made.
Love that. Thank you.
So what you're saying is your listening skills are tip top. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
You gotta be in
All right.
Kentucky.
Okay, so listen, congratulations again on your first almost 60 days. Congratulations. Yeah, you made it, you survived. So now share with us the experience that you have thus far. So all the way up until your almost 60 days, and what are your plans for the next, 30, 90 days? What does that plan look like?
All right, and I think I'm probably around 45 days, so I'm
Okay.
not quite
Oh,
to
yeah.
60 yet. And really, I mentioned it a little bit in the previous message, or in the previous question. I'm really doing a lot of listening and learning at this point. Coming from out of state, I've been a superintendent before. Obviously, I've been an educator for a couple of decades, but coming from out of state, there's a lot of differences and nuances that I need to learn. School is still school, kids are still kids, but the laws differ from state to state, and so I'm really, and then each culture differs from district to district, whether it's within the same state. So that's one of the things I'm doing now, is just really listening and learning. I will be honest with you, it's a little bit frustrating. I feel like I haven't been able to really cast a vision the way that I would normally do coming in, because it's been so much crisis management. And everything has really been surrounded with COVID.
Yeah.
And so really that's a bit frustrating, but we have to make sure we're taking care of our people first. And right now, COVID is front of mind. And so I want to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to support our staff and our teachers and our families and students, to make sure that they are well taken care of in this very, very unprecedented time. And but looking forward to, and making sure we're also focusing on teaching and learning as a main priority. But thereafter, so throughout this time, hopefully my first days in will look a little different after COVID's gone. I'll start over again. The learning I've learned about everything, and really try to dig a little deeper and cast a vision and show this is where I would like us to be by this time next year, and by this time in 5 years, and so forth. But at this point, I'm just trying to take care of our people and listen and learn as much as I can.
Yeah.
Well, that is some good insight to have, and I grant you grace for that.
Thank you.
Yes. And actually leads into the next question very perfectly. What do you feel is needed to support our students and families, and even the staff that you've been awarded?
Yeah, right now we just need to listen to their needs. Everyone is going through their own individual struggles and challenges that come with dealing in a pandemic. And so there's not a one size that fits all. So we really need to just listen and make sure that we're giving them what they're telling me, or they're telling my team that they need, and try to get it for them.
I love that.
Okay, so we want to keep it light and fun. This interview is not the 2020 interview or Dateline at all. So we have this or that.
I do love
questions,
some Dateline though.
Right. We came up with some this or that questions, and so we want to put you to the test. Okay, so it's either going to be plastic plates or real plates, and so you just tell us what you prefer. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix.
Yes.
Okay.
1 point.
Okay. Night owl, morning riser?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Probably more of a morning riser.
Okay.
So can you say both?
You say both.
Yeah, seriously, yeah.
So coffee or tea?
Well, I probably drink more coffee because I'm a social drinker of coffee. So everyone else is drinking, I'll drink it. But I don't enjoy the taste of coffee. So, and I really do love a warm tea, a hot tea. So I'd say tea.
That's interesting. Social
That is
coffee drinker. That is interesting. Okay. So are you a dog or cat person?
Do I have to choose either?
Oh,
I'm just real. If I had to choose, it would be a dog. But I'm just not a pet
Your
person.
plant. You're a plant person, basically.
Sure. Yeah.
just stick to people.
Just stick to people. Okay. Sneakers or dress shoes?
Oh, for sure, sneakers.
Yes.
Outside of work, you're not gonna catch me really dressed up.
Okay. Okay. That's good to know. Okay. And so our last one is going to be movies or a book.
Oh, that depends on the mood. That depends on the weather. Oh man, that's another tough one. 'Cause I'm more of a popcorn person than a movie person. I love movie theater popcorn, so I'll go watch a bad movie just to eat popcorn. But I love a good book, and I love the actual paper book. I'm not a big fan of
Really?
the online, and
Yeah.
I love the smell of the book, the touching, the turning the pages. All
Okay, that's good to know. So
Such
for
an
the people out
educator.
there, right? For people out there that can buy you a book for as a gift. And so one more before Sharika asks her question. And so if you had a horse, what would that horse name be?
That's an I John.
Maybe you really should stick to people. No animals. That's always a fun little icebreaker there. So we appreciate you participating in that.
Absolutely.
Even though you literally could not pick this or that, it was, and then some.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's awesome. Well, we do like to end our shows on, of course, a positive note, an encouraging note for our families and all who are watching. So can you think of something, just an encouraging word, an encouraging phrase for our families that we can end on tonight?
Oh, absolutely. Just like to remind our parents that they're not expected to be perfect. And we understand that life comes with its challenges, raising children come with their challenges. And so give yourselves grace. Every day, give yourself a new start, and just know, each day we're not asked to be perfect, we're asked to be better. So if you're better today than you were yesterday, you're moving in the right direction. So give yourself grace and just try to move forward.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for providing important information about yourself. Thank you, everyone who's out there watching us and joining us for the Face It show. Listen, we are still talking and taking suggestions about the show, topics that you want to touch upon, ideas and resources that you all need as our families and our community. So if you have anything that you want us to touch upon, and a subject or a topic that you have in mind, as we continue to build a stronger community of support for our families, please send that to us. We want to share out and talk about those things. And Sharika is going to give us the 411 on how we can do that.
Absolutely. We're going to share the screen so you all can see. But anything that you just want to share with us, just like Melody said, you can email those pictures, those encouraging words to our email address, which is faceit@fayette.kyschools.us. Or you can even text them to us at 859-903-5531. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. We will make sure that your encouraging words and your pictures are on there as well. We're so excited to
Absolutely.
have those.
Absolutely. So our next Face It show will be a special edition. It's on Tuesday, September 28th. You all, we love connecting with you all. We love keeping it, the Face It show together. And until next time, we will see you all very soon. Bye-bye.